We weren't supposed to be here. At the start of the season, we looked like relegation candidates, struggling to keep up and getting exposed by the top teams. But somehow things changed. We turned it around, picked up momentum, and now we're right in the middle of a title race. And this is all part of my challenge to win the Champions League in just 4 seasons. Right now, we're in season 2, and it's January. There are still a lot of games left, but from this point on, everything matters. Because one mistake, and it's over. We still had around £85 million available in the budget, but I made a big decision. We chose not to do any business in January. I believed in the squad and what we've already built. Plus, we had a few deals lined up for the end of the season. So instead of changing things, we trusted the process. We also received a massive £25 million bid for our goalkeeper Jakob, but we turned it down. And to be fair, he wasn't really interested in leaving either. January kicked off on a perfect note. We got our revenge against Manchester United, winning 2-0 away from home, which was a huge result. And even better, it was Garnacho, their former player, who came back to haunt them, and Morrison sealed it. Also, our FA Cup journey also began this month, and we started strong with a comfortable 2-0 win away against Burton Albion, with Memphis Depay grabbing both goals. And overall, January was a very strong month for us. 4 wins, 1 draw, and just 1 loss, which came against Manchester City. So despite everything, we're still right in the mix, sitting 5th in the table and still pushing. So by the end of January, it was time to take a look at how the team was performing. And honestly, everyone was doing their part. This wasn't just one player carrying us. It was a full team effort. But even then, a couple of players were standing out. Patson Daka and Ethan Nwaneri. Daka has been leading the line perfectly, consistently delivering goals when we need them the most. And then there's Nwaneri, young, fearless, and already stepping up in big moments. If we're going to stay in this title race, we're going to need both of them to keep performing at this level. February was even better. We went on a crazy unbeaten run, winning 4 games and drawing 2. And just like that, we climbed up to 4th on the table, which means we're right on track to achieve our main objective this season. But it wasn't just the league where we were making progress. Our FA Cup run was also heating up. We managed to push through to the quarterfinals thanks to 2 extra-time goals from our wonder kid, Jeremy Manga, and Memphis Depay. A big moment, and a sign that this team is starting to deliver when it really matters. March was even better. We didn't have as many games, but we made every single one count. We extended our unbeaten run and kept building momentum at the perfect time. And in the FA Cup, we took things to another level. We advanced to the semi-finals after a dominant 5-1 win over Leeds United. And the star of the show was our backup striker, Ambrosino, with 4 goals. A complete masterclass. At this point, everything was clicking. Squad depth, confidence, momentum. This team was peaking at the right time. April didn't start well at all. We were heavily beaten by Liverpool with a brutal 6-2 defeat. A real reminder of how unforgiving this league can be. But to be fair, the response was exactly what I wanted. We bounced back immediately with a solid 2-0 win over Arsenal, with Ambrosino and Tyreek George both getting on the score sheet. A huge result and an even bigger statement. And in the FA Cup, we kept the momentum going. We edged past Aston Villa with a narrow win once again thanks to Ambrosino. And just like that, we're in the FA Cup final. May started with some really bad news. Our main striker, Patson Daka, picked up an injury that would keep him out for a month, right at the most important stage of the season. At this point, we only needed 1 more win to secure a top 4 finish. But it wasn't just about that. We wanted to finish as high as possible. And on top of that, we had a final to play. We got the job done. A big win over Fulham secured our place in the top 4. Champions League football, confirmed. But the season didn't end perfectly. We lost our final league game against Aston Villa as they got their revenge for the FA Cup semi-final. And then the FA Cup final, Manchester City. We gave it everything, but it wasn't enough. City were too strong on the day. Haaland and Semenyo did the damage. And just like that, we lost the final. A tough ending, but when you look at the bigger picture this season, it's been a massive success. By the end of the season, the players were finally recognized for their performances. And honestly, they deserved it. Because this wasn't about one player carrying the team, this was a full team effort. Everyone stepped up, everyone contributed, and that's what made this season so special. And here are the stats of some of our key players. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you for watching. This journey is just getting started, and next season, Champions League football, a completely different level. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. I'll be dropping the next season very soon, and trust me, you don't want to miss it.